In other news this morning, moments from the past can go generations without being fully known.
Yeah, but one community is now bringing a piece of its history right back into the spotlight.
Nathan Springfield with our news partner, We Are Knox County, shows us a new monument in Vincennes, recognizing the people behind a story that dates back nearly 250 years.
If you take a look around Vincennes, you'll see monuments and statues telling the story of the people and moments that helped shape the community's history. Now, a new monument recognizes the people behind a chapter of Vincennes' history that dates back to the American Revolution. On Sunday, the community gathered at the Old Cathedral in Vincennes for the unveiling of a new monument. The monument honors all 186 signers of the Vincennes Oath of Allegiance. The effort to create a monument recognizing those signers was led by Joy Biggs, Vice President of the Vincennes Historical and Antiquarian Society. For Biggs, the project began with a discovery of her own.
I didn't know that I had a French ancestor that signed the Oath of Allegiance. When I was growing up, my mother said we had a fur trade trapper in the family, but that's all she said. And then when I joined DAR, I found out that they had an Oath of Allegiance, and I thought, why didn't I know about this?
As Biggs researched the oath and the people connected to it, she found their names preserved in historical records, but she felt those names deserved to be displayed in a more visible place.
It was all in a book, and so I thought, well, we should put the names on a monument. It made sense to me.
In 2024, Biggs began the process of giving those names a permanent place in the community. Over the next year and a half, Biggs and other members of the Historical Society worked to raise money and design the monument.
We made history here. We preserved the history of the French. That's what I really wanted. And I think, we've done it. We've done it today.
To understand why these names are being recognized, you have to understand the document they signed. I spoke with Vincennes Historical and Antiquarian Society President Richard Day to learn more about the document behind this monument.
This is pretty much the document that signifies the participation of what is now the state of Indiana in the American Revolution.
The Vincennes Oath of Allegiance was signed on July 20th, 1778 by French inhabitants of Vincennes who were declaring where they stood during the Revolutionary War.
They signed an Oath of Allegiance rejecting their allegiance to King George III of England and announcing their allegiance to the Congress of the United States of America. So they were on line then as being part of the American Revolution here in the West.
Nearly 250 years later, the monument ensures the names of those who signed the oath can be seen, remembered, and recognized for generations to come. For Biggs, the hope is that visitors will see more than names carved in stone and take time to learn about the people behind them.
Just come out and, maybe find an ancestor on the monument.
The monument is located here in the French and Indian Cemetery next to the Old Cathedral in Vincennes. If you're interested in learning more about the Vincennes Oath of Allegiance, you can check out the Old Cathedral's library and museum, which is located in the courtyard behind the church. Reporting in Vincennes, I'm Nathan Springfield.
All right, thank you so much, Nathan, for that report.